Marcus, what's going on, man?
And nothing much, Rube. Nothing much, man.
Bro,
Just got back from a wedding, man. Just got back from a wedding.
not your wedding, right?
Not mine, not mine. No, no. I'm still technically single. So yeah. But yeah, just got back from a wedding, man. It was real good, man. Real cool, real cool.
That
St. Louis. Yeah.
that's awesome. I saw it. Congratulations, Corey and Thelma. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to you
Yeah.
two. That was a long time waiting, but
Right.
it happened. And I saw the clips of everybody posting it, and they went full on Louisiana type style band, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that is dope and amazing. I was like, okay, that's cool. That was
Yeah. I
cool.
mean, yeah.
Um, so you finally saw Spider Man,
Finally, man.
bruh.
Finally,
Like, what the hell?
finally saw it. Saw it Friday. I would say last Friday. We went to check it out, man. I have some thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get to spoiler territory,
Oh no,
so to
no,
speak.
it's been out for a week now.
It's
It
been
is
out, so you know what I'm
Tuesday,
saying.
so this video should or
Uh,
this audio should be out on Wednesday, hopefully.
be out on Wednesday. Yeah, that should be the move. That's great, man. But like, okay, so Ruben, I'm going. You go first. You tell me your thoughts. You tell me your thoughts. What do you think about Spider-Man: Far From Home? What did you think about the movie overall?
I put that movie in my top five right now. It is in my top
You put
five
it
in the MCU.
your top five in the
Yes,
MCU.
my top five. That's up there with Avengers One, Winter
Yeah.
Soldier,
Uh-huh.
Civil War, and I count Infinity War
Yeah.
and Endgame in the same spot because it's
Yeah.
technically the same movie. Or
Uh-huh.
it's a continuation. So I count
Yeah.
them together. I
You
put it
kind of
up.
got to. You kind of have
Yeah,
to.
and that's how I looked at it because nothing really beats the epicness of Avengers One. Nothing beats the epicness of just them coming together.
You think
Um,
so?
no, nothing does. But I can tell you this right
Yeah.
now: when it comes to fight scenes,
Mm-hmm.
they Far From Home has now one of the top fight scenes ever, and that was in the second act, the Mysterio illusion scene, which I was like, I'm in the theater like,
Mm-hmm.
like if you watch the
Yeah.
old '90s cartoon, if you read the comic books, it's pretty much is coming to life. And they
Yeah.
put so much into it. Like that visual effects was
Right.
amazing, and I can't even be upset. I'm like, oh, that is dope. That is
Yeah.
so dope.
Yeah.
I don't know what
That
else to
was
say.
dope. That was dope, man. Okay,
Oh,
so
oh, okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's
yeah,
go.
okay, so I like Spider-Man.
Okay.
I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's probably he fits it better than anybody, I believe. And I'm gonna tell you so tripped out, man. Like I don't know where I went. Now I think a couple weeks ago I was on my way to Georgia, and I had the old Spider-Man 2.
Was it a midnight train
Tobey,
in Georgia?
Tobey, not a midnight train, no, not a midnight train. But I had Spider-Man 2 kind of playing, you know what I'm saying? And that movie was just so good. And this was like before I saw Far From Home, right? And so I see Far From Home, and I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? The way it kicked off with the Whitney Houston. First off, let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, no, they didn't pull Whitney out the bag like this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they
Oh
start
my.
off with Whitney. And so I already knew then. I said, oh, the movie finna be good. It's gonna be a good movie regardless. You know what I'm saying? The whole Tony Stark, everybody paying homage to him and all that stuff, and how they explained the blip and the band and the basketball team, like how they disappeared and came back, like on the basketball court, like all that stuff was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I see what's going on. And I was with the movie. I was alone for the ride, and I even knew, like, about anybody who's watched anything knows that Mysterio is not a good guy. They try to paint him out to be this whatever, and I was like, we know it's coming. We know it's coming. I'm just waiting on it to happen. I'm waiting on him to turn or whatever.
Yeah.
And the moment where he turned, the moment when he was in the bar and he got the glasses, right?
Yeah.
And then, everything just started fading away
Yeah.
and everything like that. And I was like, okay, cool. But then he started talking. He started doing this monologue thing.
That
and
went
I was
too
just
far.
like,
I'm with you
and
on
I
that.
was I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? I was like, because I felt like it was like, I don't know, it made me not respect him in that moment. You know what I'm saying? That moment, I was like, yo, this is ridiculous, man. And so at that point, I had to try to build myself back up into what was going on or whatever. And like you said, of course, you know what I'm saying, the illusions were dope. You know what I'm saying? The fight scene, we got hit by the train. Like all that stuff was just, it was crazy. Like it was good. Like I like that part. Like he was doing some very Spider-Man type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like things I can remember and like, okay, yeah, he's doing it. So I did like the movie. Like I enjoyed it. But that Mysterio part, like that part made me look at him different the whole rest of the movie. Like I just couldn't get past the fact that he just started giving these toasts and cheers to and all the stuff in the middle of this thing. And I was just like,
Yeah.
this is not is this your villain? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, that's kind of how it felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so I guess that was the thing that kind of messed it up for me, you know what I'm saying? A little bit, just, So I don't know if it would be in my top 5, you know what I'm saying? Like, it may be, yeah, it could be top 10. It's a lot of movies in the MCU. So it could be top 10, but I don't know if it would be, like, I would put, Homecoming above it. I mean, I don't know if it's because I like Michael Keaton. I don't know if it's because I like, like that Batman,
He did a whole Batman scene in Homecoming. When he's driving them to the homecoming dance, and he starts looking to like figuring out math in the sky, I was like, oh, he went full Batman on him. Like, oh, all right, way to go. Couldn't get away from it.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't dislike the movie because I'll watch it again or whatever. But like, it's just, I don't know. I think that kind of took it out for me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of kept it towards like keeping him close to what he was in the comics, Mysterio. Yeah. I knew it had something to do with Tony Stark when Peter left the bar and the thing started changing the scenes, and I was like, "That's Iron Man." That's the first time I was like, "That's Iron Man stuff." And then I saw her seeing it come up, like, "Oh, he was there." He got mad because he in his feelings because he named his tech Barf. Oh, yeah. But it was like he didn't like how he did it. I'm like, but you're a special effects guy, and like in the comics, that's who he was. He was a special effects guy. So Master of Illusions and all this stuff. That I liked it. I like what he was doing, how they did it, and it was just like they allowed it. That movie was more of a paying homage to Tony Stark than anything else.
Yeah,
it was the next Spider-Man chapter, but. They paid, first of all, the opening scene where they paid tribute to Iron Man and the rest of the fallen Avengers. And then they kept shadowing him back, and then they brought out the Edith glasses, and then Tony Stark this, and are you the next Iron Man? It was echoing. So I see why they said this was actually still part of Phase 3. It was actually like the bookend. Also, the next leading to the next chapter, but they said this book ends the Infinity Saga. Because it still is talking about and leads to other stuff. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. It's just they finally allowed him to show that Peter is a geek. He's a nerd. They finally allowed him to be that person. When he was sitting there figuring out how to create his suit, I was like, oh, that's dope. That's dope. He gets to create his own suit. Even though I saw on like some of the scenes like before that they showed that he was going to be creating his own suit. I was like, okay, but movies tend to do that now. They just show you the whole movie.
Show you the whole movie in the trailer. Yeah, they do that. Yeah.
And they just say, "Oh, we're gonna show this scene before." Like, no, I don't want to see any interviews about anything if you're gonna show spoilers.
Right.
But hey, what was funny is like the running joke, the Peter Tingle.
Yeah, Peter Tingle. You talking about that? Yeah. I was like, they couldn't come up with a. I said, whoever's in the writers' room, well, they did that because that was hilarious. The Peter Tingle. I said, if this doesn't get brought to you by this awesome toy that I also got, the Peter Tingle.
The Peter Tingle. For those of y'all that can't see this, if you're listening to this, Marcus has a toy. Yes, and I'm not even and I'm not even hating on it because I'm low key hating on it because I want one. But it's dope as hell.
It is, man.
I was just looking. I was like, man, he's got this lights up, everything.
Yeah, it's cool.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you see it. You've seen it. But everybody else, we're just telling you.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know, man. What you feel? So in the end, what would you rank it out of from 1 to 10? What you give it?
I give it a solid 8.
You give it a solid 8?
I give it a solid 8.
Okay. See, I think I gave it a 7.5. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 7.5.
No, I liked how the end credits led to other things. First of all, shout out to J.K. Simmons for being called back to be J. Jonah Jameson. Also, if y'all didn't know, J.K. Simmons is also a member of Phi Mu Alpha Symphonia Fraternity Incorporated. Yeah, he is a member, University of Montana. Yes.
Huh.
So and when they brought him out, I'm like, oh, J. Jonah Jameson, yes, thank you, because I think it was rumored that Ice Cube was up for the role, and I was like, no. Granted, I would love to see him cuss.
That would have been kind of
Think
cool.
about it. Peter Parker getting cussed out by Samuel L. Jackson and Ice Cube in the same
Right.
movie. Oh, that would have been that would have been a great scene. But
Yeah, that was funny.
they brought him back out and all this stuff. Yeah, and that ends up happening in the comics. You know, his identity gets exposed many a time. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was
I
cool.
wonder how they're gonna do it. Like, I wonder how they're gonna cover it up some kind of way. That's why he gonna end up working for the newspaper, saying he actually just had photos of him. He wasn't him.
I
I
who
wonder how they're gonna do that.
I have no idea. Now we're into guessing territory. But
Yeah.
to my thoughts on it, like my conspiracy
Yeah.
theories or my thought or theories for it.
Yeah.
The very end scene when they shown Samuel Jackson, I guess they wanted to hint that he was in Tahiti. And if you watch
Yeah.
Agents of Shield, Tahiti is always
Yeah.
mentioned,
Tahiti. Yeah.
but he was
Yeah. It is.
actually up there. That space station is Sword. Now,
Yeah.
Sword was created to help monitor like galaxy type stuff, you know, outside of the
Yeah.
world. Shield is for the world. Sword is just right outside. I'm pretty sure some comic book nerds are gonna hear that. No, it wasn't him. Hush. Calm
Yeah.
down. Calm down. You may be right, and I'm just paraphrasing what it is. But then I thought it was also Alpha Flight, which is the Canadian Avenger type thing, which Team
Okay.
Alpha. But I think it's Sword because Sword had the scrolls working for him, and then it's. I believe this is actually going to lead into Secret Invasion.
Yeah. I
So
believe. Yeah. That's what.
so
Yeah.
I'm gonna just guess that and leave it alone
Yeah.
because I still want to be surprised in some movies. I like when I hear
Yeah.
that I'm right. I was right about this. I was right about that. But I don't want to
Yeah.
guess it. I want to still be in the seat, entertained,
Right.
and
Right.
that's how I'm looking at it. I mean, they kind of tease Silver Surfer in there, but they didn't tease it. Uh,
How? So tell me what you mean.
when
Was it in the end credit scene or
no
something?
no,
Or
it was when Happy called Nick Fury and gave him that encoded message.
yeah.
He was talking about a surfboard, and then he
Yeah.
says that surfboard isn't mine, and everything's like okay. So it's like a hint.
Ah,
And they're trying to
got you.
say
Got you.
that it
Got
was
you.
Silver Surfer. I said okay, you know, I'll go with you theorists about this, but mainly it was probably just for to hint the scene that he's talking about when he's at the beach or in that.
Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
there's things that's going to come about this, and
Yeah.
I'm excited about the future of the Marvel universe and what they're doing.
Right.
I believe in the next movie they're going to introduce. Let me see. From the Sinister Six, they've already introduced just villains: Vulture, Shocker, Scorpion, Mysterio. I think Sandman is supposed to be coming out only because of the elementals or something like that. But something happened with where Sandman's going to supposedly. But they teased Chameleon in the movie. Chameleon
Hmm.
first name is Dimitri, which is the dude that was helping Fury out in the secret base.
Yeah.
When he took them to Prague, I guess, or whatever, or Paris, went on that
Yeah.
bus. That's Dimitri. That's Chameleon. Chameleon
Yeah.
is also the half brother or step brother to Craven. So now they're teasing Craven.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just waiting for. I believe that Norman Osborn bought
Yeah.
the Avengers Tower, and that's the
Right.
reason why they were cleaning out Avengers Tower in a Spider-Man movie and not an Avenger movie.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that Norman Osborn bought that out. And now that we got Sword coming out, I believe they're gonna end up bringing in Fantastic Four soon, before they end up
Yeah.
bringing the Avengers. And that's just my little theories. I'm just going full on
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah. I thought that the end credit scene was gonna have something to do with Fantastic Four, or at least Norman Osborn, somebody. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. You know, it was alright. It was straight. You
Now,
know, the scroll thing is kind of big though, because you don't know who could be a scroll or who's been a scroll this whole time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we didn't know there was a scroll. You know what I'm saying? So that could be definitely something to look forward to. See what they do with it.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Secret Invasion leads into Dark Reign. Dark Reign is when Norman Osborn gets the War Machine suit or the an Iron. He gets an Iron Man suit, and he
Mm-hmm.
turns that into Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
So Norman Osborn was Iron Patriot before War Machine was Iron Patriot. So I think he's probably just going to go and find the Iron Patriot suit and steal that
Mm.
and use that,
Yeah.
and then we're going to come into Dark Reign, which is the Dark Avengers, whatever. When they do that,
Yeah.
you're going to have some X-Men characters. You got Sentry, you got Dakin, who is Wolverine's son or clone or whatever, disguised as
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine. You got Hawkeye. I'm not Hawkeye. Bullseye being Hawkeye. So like they take some of the hero roles. So
Yeah.
it's just we just have to be fans, be excited for what's
Yeah.
going on, sit back and wait and see what they're gonna
Yeah.
do with the movies and Disney Plus. But all I know
Yeah.
is the Disney is not getting back any kind of rights to Spider-Man. It's gonna be all joint from here out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
It
Sony's
got to
like,
be.
oh no, we got it now. No, let's renegotiate this
Yeah.
contract because
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home is about to earn $1 billion.
Yeah. Gonna do is gonna make his money, you know. I mean, I actually liked Into the Spider Verse, you know what I'm saying? Into the Spider Verse was dope, you know what I'm saying? So Sony doing that thing with their Spider Man property, man.
They're new,
Oh, definitely.
now they are, and
Yeah,
the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Disney, they have some say so in what's going on. Not a lot, but now they're probably
hmm
going to have to renegotiate stuff and probably keep. I think it's like 60-40 or something like that, 70-30, something like that.
yeah, yeah,
Disney's not getting any money from or too much money from the Sony movies. I think they
yeah,
can help. I think they help out with production and they also help out with some of the script, borrowing players here and there, but
yeah,
I think it's now we're just worried about like what the MCU is going to bring out to us now because all we have right now is the Black Widow movie in production. Black Panther
yeah.
2 has not gone in production. Doctor Strange 2 has not gone into production. Guardians of the Galaxy
Right.
3 has not gone into production. We don't know what they're
Yeah.
doing. There's probably not going to be
Yeah,
another
it's
Avenger
it's
movie for like 5 years.
yeah, it's gonna be a while, man. It's gonna be a while for that one. And I mean, they had a good run, man. That first saga was dope. So I mean, they can take a break, I guess, and just kind of inch
I
their way back. But
I think
after
we
Iron Man
deserve a
and
break.
Cap,
I think we deserve a break from all this
yeah,
being at Marvel movies. I mean, because
yeah,
I'm a faithful. I've been at damn near
yeah,
every single one of them. Not
yeah.
I was not at Thor: The Dark World. I'm sorry, I couldn't be in that movie.
Yeah, I was. I don't know. I've seen a lot of them though. I feel like I've seen majority of them in theaters, so I know they got a lot of my money, and some of them multiple times.
Yes,
So, so
my
I don't know. You know,
shout out to my movie crew. We're usually there all the time. The premiere night in the theaters, watching and shout out to Studio Movie Grill for dealing with us and not gonna have to deal with this anymore because the food and the quality has gone down. It
that's a
happens,
shame.
bro. I mean, I love the dine-in theaters. I love to go in there into the dine-in theaters
Yeah,
and sit down and order a burger or some pizza, some wings, and have food.
yeah,
Like having the popcorn and the soda, it gets boring after a while. Like it's like it
yeah,
is cliche. You want something different. Like I want to feel like I'm at home.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I love it. But switching
yeah.
gears,
Switching gears. Okay.
you missed a lot this weekend.
Yeah, man. I had a little vacation, so to speak. You know, I was
This
doing my thing.
weekend was full of a lot of fucking foolery. I have
Yeah,
to say it that way. A lot of
yeah,
FF because
yeah,
oh my god. Now, if you don't know, some of y'all already know. Some of y'all follow me on Facebook and understand. I didn't post none of this on Instagram, but y'all follow me on Facebook and I shared a lot of stuff. And when people were getting upset about there being a black mermaid, people are getting upset about how Mark said a fictional character that's a fish, the race of a fictional character. People lost it. But lo and behold, there are people out there that don't care either way. So they started recreating old movies and doing race swaps.
yeah.
And when I say the foolery there was, oh my God, it was just, it was amazing just to be on social media and just,
Yeah.
I was a part of it.
I saw a few of them, man. I saw a few of them, man. It was some crazy stuff, man. Like the boys in the hood. They were like all white guys there. It was hilarious, man.
Low key,
It was
the
it was
set
a
it off
crazy
one,
movie.
I would actually go watch the set it off one because I
You
feel
set it off one with
yeah
Sandra
I
Bullock and Cameron Diaz.
yes, I feel like that's just gonna be funny, like bridesmaids or Sugar and Spice or something like that. I have that. It's gonna be one of those type of movies. So yeah, that was like the the Friday remake with
Yeah,
with
Friday, yeah.
Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Oh yes,
It's just stupid, man. I said people. I don't know how they got the time or what, but they were like they was waiting for this moment. Like they was just like they had them on deck, just ready, just going meme after meme after meme.
and those people were putting out like other ones like iconic black movies. Like you said,
Yeah,
Boys in the Hood, but they had like who was it? Ryan Gosling playing Black Panther. Ryan Gosling
yeah,
playing
that
Martin
was.
Luther King. Like Ryan Gosling was in
I
everything.
was
They had
like,
Christian Bale as Obama. Like, oh, this is amazing. I keep it coming.
yeah, pure
So
comedy, man. Pure comedy.
it's a lot of these people. Okay, I guess it's just the hate in the world now, where like majority. I want to say when 90% of the characters in history, fictional characters,
Hmm.
maybe 90% is too high, but maybe 80% is
Yeah,
all white.
yeah,
Now everybody's getting mad about like, oh, they got mad at like Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury. Well, he was already changed over in the comics to be Nick Fury, and they said, well, let's use him in the movie. So it
yeah.
made sense. You had somebody like Zendaya playing um, MJ.
Mary J.
Yeah.
MJ. Yeah,
Even though Zendaya is not even full black. So
yeah,
you had somebody like who else was it? Okay, of course they getting mad because Sam Wilson gets the Captain America shield. They got mad in the comics. They got mad
yeah.
in the comics when Thor, I guess, disappeared or something, and Jane Foster became Thor. People got mad at that. I was like,
Yeah,
it's a different take on it.
yeah,
And Marvel has said, Stan Lee has said it so many times where like Marvel, their stories take place on what's happening outside. Like you go outside, you look
yeah.
out the window, that's where they get their inspiration from, is from outside.
Right.
So
Yeah.
why it's just showing how much how I said it last time. Ignorance is
Hmm.
only skin deep because that's all they're looking at. They're only
Right.
looking at what the face is. Now, somebody said, "How am I going to explain to my child whose favorite character is Ariel that Ariel's going to be black? Like she can still be the fucking Little Mermaid. You can get that little girl a mermaid costume. Just
Yeah.
don't put her in blackface and you're fine."
Right. I mean, there were little white kids dressed up as Black Panther. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? That was. I mean, who cares? It's your favorite super. I like Captain America. All this. You just side step out the way real quick.
for those
You saw
for
this
those of y'all
Captain
that can see on YouTube.
America and stuff. All of this. I'm not obviously. I'm not Chris Evans. I'm not blonde hair, blue eyed dude. You know what I'm saying? But I like Captain America. I got a shield in my truck. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man.
Wait,
Like I just
do you
feel
have
like
the $100 shield?
not the $100. Mine is made of plastic,
Oh,
but
no,
it's
the $100 one is made of plastic. The one that's like $300, $400, $500. That's the one made of metal. I'm not buying that one.
Oh, you know, no. I got one made of plastic. It's not. It didn't cost that much though. It was probably like $20 or something.
Oh,
It's
okay,
about this
okay,
big. It's about this big. It's a nice size.
okay.
But but yeah, I got it for Halloween a couple years back.
Got
But
you.
no, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like I don't know if I don't understand why people get so angry about these things that don't make any sense to me, man. And it's just wild.
Yeah, it's just
They
like
let those things really fuel them.
last year I was
You
at
know.
Dallas Fan Expo, and I was only there for one day, and I wasn't recording. I was actually in line picking up tickets, and it was this little Mexican girl
Hmm.
dressed like Shuri,
Awesome.
and I was like, I'm looking at her, and I was like, and I had to ask her because she's a little girl. She's like maybe 6 or 7, 8, right in single digits still. And I was like,
Yeah.
who are you supposed to be? She's like, Shuri. I was like, and why did you pick Shuri? Because she's smart. I was like, you damn right. You damn right. See,
Yeah.
that is proof that
Yeah.
stereotyping people, racially
Hmm.
profiling, just racism, just being ugly and evil towards people
Yeah.
is taught.
Yeah.
Her
You just
parents,
don't know
her
that.
parents were like, "That's who she wanted to be," so we supported. I was like, "Thank you." I was like, I wish I would have been able to get her on footage, video. I didn't. My camera was in the bag, and the line was. I couldn't get
Yeah.
it, but it was nice to meet a little girl. Like she didn't care about what the race was.
Yeah.
I seen little white kids dressed up like Miles Morales.
Awesome.
I'm like,
I mean, it's I don't know, man. Kids are the future, man. They're the innocent ones, like you
yes,
stated, man. A lot of stuff is taught, man. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember somebody once say, because everybody knows I like Captain America. Like it's not a secret.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody was saying, yo, we got Black Panther now, man. Why don't you like Black Panther? I said, I do like Black Panther. I do. I mean, I do. He's not my favorite though. And they were like, wow. I said, I have nothing in common with him other than the fact that he's black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's cool, but I mean, it's not. I said, I got probably more in common with a little skinny kid from Brooklyn than I do with the king of a African nation. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference in that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you just kind of whoever you identify with. It had nothing to do with the color of the skin. It's like I like what he stood for. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like Cap. You know what I'm saying? So it's just this is what it is. We know Wakanda forever. All that good stuff. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's preferences. People get upset with preferences.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to like this and like that. There's not very many Hispanic Mexican superheroes out there, so it's like I have to. But a lot of us we just latch on to who we like. Like you liking Captain America is a very honorable thing because what Captain America stood for. Even though he was holding a lie in about Bucky killing Iron Man's parents. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I understand his loyalty and his friendship to his friend. Like, oh, that's my friend, and we can fix him. And okay, yeah, but you still lied. But but it's like okay, like we like characters for certain reasons. Like everybody thinks because I'm a Deadpool fan that's all I like Deadpool, and because I'm a big asshole that's why I like Deadpool. That's one of the reasons. But like, the Ninja Turtles was always my favorite growing up.
Yeah.
Donatello is still my favorite. The nerd.
Donatello, yeah.
So that's we like who we like, and we shouldn't have to explain why we like something. Somebody just asked, but I think if it's a general question like, hey, why do you like a certain character? Oh, because he's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it gets to the point like now it's like everybody you have to have a deep reason on why you like something. And the same thing goes with sports. And oh my God, I think it's the one of the worst ones because they get mad and goes, where were y'all fans at 20 years ago when the team was losing?
Yeah.
Probably not giving a shit about the team.
Yeah, right. I said that once. I said I don't think anybody ever started being a fan of a team when they were losing. Like I didn't care about the Bulls until Jordan was playing. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know anything about it. First off, I was a kid, but still, like I remember watching anything. Oh man, this dude right here is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He had the shoes. It was Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so then I thought, okay, anybody that reminds me of Jordan, I'm probably gonna gravitate toward them. Kobe, Dwayne Wade, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got people, like I'm trying to throw up LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan, you know what I'm saying? But because he don't remind me of Jordan. He's cold, like he's good, but he doesn't remind me of Jordan, So then, I just kind of gravitate to the teams I like. But sports is hard, man. People are really crazy over these sports teams, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because you get mad at somebody liking the team that you've probably been rocking with for years. And I was like, let them like who they want to like. Let them cheer for who they want to cheer for. That ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't your money. They not. I say this is why I said I'm not the biggest sports fan anymore. And anybody who remembers me from college, we used to have those fine arts discussion. If you were in the band, you were always kicking in the fine arts lobby.
Fine arts lobby, yeah.
So we had many and many of discussions about anything. And sports was one of my things. I was always watching ESPN. I was very detailed in. I had a very short-lived radio show at UAPB on sports. So that's what I was like. And then as I got older, I was like, there's too much business in the sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it shouldn't. When people got mad because Kevin Durant left the Thunder to go to Golden State, oh, he ain't shit. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that if your best friend was working with you and they found a better job, better benefits, better pay,
right,
a shorter commute, and they took the job with better opportunities of advancement, you wouldn't be happy for them, or you can be mad? You're just gonna leave us?
Yes.
So you're gonna you wouldn't be happy for because if you're gonna be happy for your friend doing the same thing Kevin Durant did, which is a business move, like, hey, Kevin Durant proved this past year he ain't bulletproof.
Right.
He got injured and he may not be out next year, and we don't know how well he's still going to come back as a deadly shooter, but he's just now getting out of his prime and entering the downward slope of his prime
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
into his 30s. So we don't know how well he's going to come back.
Right. That's real.
So
People gotta do what's best for themselves, man. And a
yes,
lot of times we don't understand that this isn't college. See, I think they try to use professional things as college. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
know, it's kind of like we're in a band, right? So we had these, it's like saying you get out of M4 and you go join the Sonic Boom or something. Like, no, that is treachery. That is something you can't just switch bands like that. But it's college, you know what I'm saying? But and you talking about money and business and things like that. People got families, they got a master feed, food to put on the table, opportunities. Like they can't control that. They got to go where the money is because they're trying
correct.
to pay for them. They can't be worried about your fandom, your jerseys that you got. You know what I'm saying? For
Right.
$100, they got millions on the table, millions at stake. You know what I'm saying? So people don't even think like that though. They don't think that deep into it. So we gotta be more aware of what's really going on. It's like get out our feelings a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. It's like let them be. I mean, I think because we're Americans and we just naturally have some kind of confrontation with somebody. Like just let people live. Let them live. You getting mad at somebody's preference. Stop getting mad at somebody's preference. That's what
Yeah.
they like. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? At all. Just like what you like and live your life, man. As long as you ain't hurt nobody, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I was a Ray Allen fan. When Ray Allen went and played for Miami, I rooted for Miami because Ray Allen was
Yep.
there.
Yep. I feel that.
But I
I'm
think that's what we should be doing is rooting for more players rather than teams, because
hmm
guess what? For everybody that's out there, just to let you know that when a team wins a championship, you get nothing unless you're invested in the team. You get nothing. All that
nothing at
championship
all.
gear that says Finals Championship or World Champions, they get that paraphernalia for free. You have to pay for it. And matter of fact, you have to pay full price, which is like double the actual price of other retail stuff. Just letting you know. That was my
True that,
disclaimer
man.
voice. But that's how I look at it. It's just you
Yeah.
can't get mad at what somebody else likes.
Yeah. It shouldn't bother you, man. Shouldn't bother you like that.
Should not bother
Right.
you at all. I
Right.
I think the world is gonna get better eventually, one of these days. I don't think we're gonna be alive when it happens, but I hope there's more. I hope there's more race blending
Yeah.
and all that kind of good stuff. But man, it is what it is.
Oh yeah. Most definitely, man. I think it's just gonna take some time, man. It's gonna take some time with that, man. But people gotta wake up and realize everything ain't their business. I think a lot of times we like to
Yeah.
think that things are our business and things that, we like to act like everybody has to be like us. And you know how boring that would be? You know what I'm saying? If a bunch of me's in the world, it'll probably be funny for a while, then it'll get annoying. You know what I'm saying? So people are different. Just let people be different. It makes things a little more interesting that way. You know what I'm saying?
Also, another
So,
disclaimer: just because they're different does not make them weird. They may
yeah,
think you're weird because of how you are.
right.
There's no definition of normal. I don't think there ever will be a definition of normal. Your normal is not the same as my normal. Like
True that.
some of these people, like I said, they lead with emotion rather than logic.
So,
And I don't think that I think people should actually take a step back and survey their surroundings before they actually say something.
yeah,
Because sometimes something that was said that may offend you may not actually been intended to offend you. It just may be that person's ignorance towards the subject or the ignorance towards life. Not necessarily that they
right,
didn't think it was anything wrong because that's where they grew up.
right.
It's just like that scene from 42 when um, Jackie Robinson first came in and he was playing for Montreal at spring training. And see, I'm going deep cut on this one.
Okay.
He went out there, he turned a double play, he dove for a ball at second base, and when he turns it in, they Harrison Ford's character called him a what is it? Superhuman. And then the coach Montreal, their AAA team saying, "Oh, don't get confused, Mr. Ricky. There's still an N word on the field." And
Mm,
instead of just firing him right then and there, he said, "I'm gonna take that as from your upbringing that you didn't
yeah,
understand." He goes,
yeah,
"But if you don't treat him fairly like everybody else, he's gonna fire him." I was like, "Okay, cool." He didn't.
mm,
He let that slide because sometimes it's best
right.
to let certain things slide rather than just reaction. God damn, it's a gnat in here.
And there's the random occurrence. Uh,
So y'all, for all y'all that's gonna see this on YouTube, yeah, that was the damn near hit my mic. But you get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's not. I remember my old football coach in high school told me he put me my sophomore year put me on varsity because I was Mexican. He put me at varsity as a kicker because I was Mexican. He thought I played soccer. At the time, I didn't realize how offensive that was, and I
oh
was like,
no!
I just looked at it as an opportunity. Hey, I'm on varsity. Let me go try to kick this football real quick.
Wow. Did you ever play soccer?
Fuck no.
Ah,
You see
I
how big
just
I am? As
said.
long as you know me, I've always been a big guy. I have a wide frame body. I am built like a linebacker, a fullback. I do not play soccer. I am lazy.
Yeah.
I am not running. That first of all, no offense to any. Fuck it, I don't care if you're offended. Soccer's boring to me. Soccer. The most exciting thing about soccer is the fans.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
sad when the most exciting thing about the sport ain't even the sport.
Oh man. Oh man.
But then I'm a baseball fan, and people ain't gonna don't like baseball. So
It's
preferences,
cool in person.
preferences.
Cool in person. I like baseball in person. I could never watch it on TV, but in person, I could kind of go to a game and get some
If you go with a bunch of
barbecue
people, and this
barbecue
is like any
nachos.
sport, if you go to a sport with a bunch of people,
Yeah,
you know, you,
like I said, man,
you have your own fun.
yeah, it's always about who you with, man. Not necessarily where you are, but like the people you with. So, I agree with that. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Some, and that's how it is. And it ain't necessarily gotta be family. It can be friends because most of us our friends are closer to us than our family are.
Yeah, that happens, man.
That happens.
It's started probably growing up, actually.
We've seen some shit together.
Yeah.
I'm not his friend because I like him. I'm his friend because we seen some shit. I got to make sure he takes that shit to the grave. You gotta say that word right out. You taking that shit to the grave. But
Man,
nah. But
yeah,
guys, we're gonna get up out of here. This is
yeah.
everybody. Thank you for the support. You can find us on Spotify, Google Music, or Google Podcasts. Pocket
All
Cast. You can find us on Radio Public. You can find us on YouTube. We're still waiting for Apple to approve it. Who knows when that's going to happen?
yeah.
Also, we're on Anchor as well, and that's where we publish our stuff and put it out. So, you know,
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Also, pigeon. Don't forget the pigeon. We send pigeons out. They have little things attached to their feet, but be on the lookout for a pigeon. That's all. Yeah.
If you need reminders on this, go click the bells on or just check for the uploads. Subscribe to everything. Follow us on everywhere.
Everywhere.
We should have an Instagram page up soon.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm not sure. Do you want to do Twitter? I'm not sure about Twitter. I don't even tweet myself. I tweeted today, like in the first time, like weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I may throw something on Twitter, man. I may throw it on there just on mine for the sake of it. We'll
Because
see. We'll see what happens.
yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know if we're gonna do a joint Twitter. We should have a joint Facebook page, a like page soon.
Yeah,
We're still
it's
working.
coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's working. We're working on some stuff. Again, thank you everybody to the usual suspects out there. You are
Yeah,
much appreciated for everything because you are helping make this happen.
definitely helping to make it happen. And also, if anytime you want to reach out to myself or Rube, you know what I'm saying, with anything you may want us to discuss in the future, any topics or anything, just message us, let us know, and we'll create a list, and maybe even have some questions, and even read your name out if you want, and just discuss those things here on the podcast as well. So know that juice is temporary, sauce is forever.
I have one final thing to say.
Go
School
ahead.
school is coming up around the corner next month.
No, God, no, no,
No, no,
Lord.
I'm trying to help you. I'm
No.
trying to help you. Listen to the positive message. Can you listen to the positive
Oh,
message?
okay.
Because this is one of two positive messages I have.
Okay.
One, for school coming up, help out your school teachers with the supplies in their classroom. If you have some money to donate to these teachers and help them out because it helps the kids not have to bring something because some of those kids don't bring all this stuff.
Right,
But
right.
it also helps out those teachers because now it's not a tax write-off anymore. You can't write it off on your taxes. And if I'm
Oh,
wrong,
okay.
please correct me. But when I remember, it's not existing no more. So help them out. That goes a long way. Teachers come out their pockets. They're not paid enough. Teachers are not paid enough coming out the pockets. I'm not saying this because my partner in Memphis across the camera that I'm looking at. I can't say across the table because like we're
Yeah.
not in the same city, but
Yeah.
he is a teacher. So but I root for all the teachers out there. Help support. If you can donate $50, you can donate $20. Like here, this is going for your supplies. It helps. $20 can still
Yeah.
go a long way.
It goes a long way, man. It goes a long way. There's a lot of stuff you can buy with that. So
So if a teacher is teaching your kid and they need something for the classroom, if you have any means to get it to them, get it to them. And
I like
finally,
that.
it is the summertime. Double and triple up on your showers, on your deodorant, on your everything. Drink your water. Stop eating all these fatty foods. And this is coming from a fat guy, but when it's summer, the sweat it creeps out and the smell comes out, so you can smell like a bologna sandwich all day. So stop it. Can you say this with a straight face? Take a
Yeah.
shower.
Like
Take
a
a shower.
bologna.
Find some cologne that works for you. Okay? Find some cologne that works for you, please. Some
Yeah.
deodorant that works for you. Don't forget to tip your barbers for extra one, because if they have the barber shop and it's hot in there, you sweat a lot. Thank you to my barber, because he knows it's hot in that barber shop, but I still sweat and he still works. Thank you. But that's all I got. To everybody out there, continue being great.
Awesome.